Hello, guys. It's Saturday morning here. Well, hello, guys. It's Saturday morning in Toronto, Nova Scotia, and I'm just jumping on here to do a video. I've been cleaning up a storm. I got this spring cleaning fever. I have things on Marketplace to sell, not dolls, just items. I'm trying to clean out stuff, garbage stuff, drop things to I think you guys say Goodwill. I see New to You or thrift store, dropping things off, just getting things going, and just enjoying the day. I catching up on some videos, and I watched a video, and it had me really thinking about these stupid extra tariff charges. And I had someone connect with me regarding that. And it appears like the extra charges are coming to us in Canada. So if we were to receive a doll, not only did we have the duties and the exchange, but there's extra tariff charges. I'm not really sure what they are. I watched Julie at the Country Cottage. And so that really sucks for us because the majority of people that we connect with are all in the US. Purchasing dolls in the US, whatever, which really sucks because, oh, there's my cuckoo clock. Oh, it's gonna go 12, even though it's 1 o'clock here. I never did change it for the fall ahead or, yeah. Go back. Fall ahead, yeah. No, spring ahead. I was also watching a couple videos talking about premenopausal and menopausal brain, and it was so funny. It was some kind of clip. I don't know, it was Instagram or some kind of story or something. But when you click on one, it seems like it tends to bring up more and more of those. Excuse my songing and my singing. But it was so funny because it reminds me of me. It reminds me of me so much. You know, go on over there and you say a different word. And it was like kind of a relief because I was really starting to think that I've been like, you know, or early dementia or something. I was like, should I get checked out here or what's going on here? I'm just going to hold on to the fact that all it is menopause. This is a side story. I went and got my hair cut. You know how much this haircut, which my hair wasn't that long, you know how much this haircut cost me? $85. Well, the $5 tip. $85 for this. I'm going to start going to a freaking barber because this is starting to be ridiculous. The upcharges for females is outrageous. Anywho, what I usually do, the smart thing to do is get one gal that cuts your hair that you like and continue to go to that gal and make appointments. And I was doing that with a beautiful friend of mine that lives in the area, and I feel bad. She probably wonders why I don't go anymore. It has nothing to do with her hairdo. It has to do with my mental health and how I feel for the day. So sometimes it takes me a bit to get out of the house and go somewhere, and I have to be in the right frame of mind. That's all I can say. Just the way it is. It's worse since I'm not working in the community and since the whole shenanigans that went on with my workplace and things. You know, I don't know. You know, it's a confidence thing. I don't know what the hell it is. Anyway, I don't care, you know, because I don't care to force myself out and about. So to make a long story short, I canceled on her a few times because I just wasn't feeling it. And I didn't have the heart to tell her. It had nothing to do with her. Now, there was a last minute thing. I was going to Cape Breton. I'm like, with my kids. I'm like, I got to get my hair cut. And she wasn't available. So I said, what shall I do? So I like the walk-in thing. You just walk in, get your hair cut, and you get who you get, right? Which is kind of risky. You know, but it's kind of something that works well with my mental health, my schedule, the way I live my life, spontaneous. If I wake up and I'm like, you know what, had a shower, I feel like I can go out, have a haircut and talk to the lady for a little bit. Bizarre, eh? You have to get yourself psyched up to talk to somebody. Sorry, but truth and honest here. So I have done that a few times. So this time, Trevor was getting his haircut at the mall, and I was with him. And usually he's always harassing me to go out in public. And usually I'm like, nah, I'll sit in the car. Nah, I'll sit in the car. It's becoming really easy to sit in the car. And so anyway, his barber place where he gets his haircut was just a couple doors down from this other place where you just walk in. And I said, you know what? Maybe I should try to get my haircut. So I went to them and I said, did you guys have any walk-ins? And she said, yeah. So I went and got my hair cut, and, my hair was getting long. I mean, this was over, but it wasn't long, because sometimes I'll get a haircut like this and then you'll see it. I won't get it done again till down here. And that a lot has to do with the going in to get it done. Okay. It's silly considering I was a gal that, worked and volunteered and mental health and did this and did that. And I've gone to basically not going hardly anywhere. So, but then got the haircut. $85. $85. You hearing that? $85, $85, $85. That's crazy. Crazy. I told the gal, I want to go in and I like a pixie cut, but I don't like a pixie cut where I come out and look like a man. I don't know what that means, but I don't want it looking like a man's hairdo. I want it kind of feminine. You know what I mean? And when I got married, which was 1993, I found a guy in Calgary who did my hair really nice. And then I went to him. And then when I came back to Nova Scotia, why is the power went out the other day, so my computer's just charging up, but all these things are coming up. Anyway, I'm sitting right by my computer. And I haven't been able to find someone to do the same hairdo. It was a nice hairdo. It looked feminine. It looked nice on me. Anyway, so I did get this haircut, and when she did it all up and puffed it all up and did her thing that she does in the hair salon, it looked feminine. Not so much now, but, a man, it's feminine because a man wouldn't wear hair like this, Before I went and got this done, let's confess, this is confession time. I even got the clippers, and I thought, you know what? I can clip all up here myself. And Silas walked in on me, and I was going to do it. He's like, Mom, you can't do that. You're just going to have a line going back. I said, I'm just going to clip it up to about here. He said, yeah, but then you'll have a bunch of hair in the back. It'll look ridiculous. So he talked me out of my brief moment of, let's cut my hair. Now, I've done that before in the past, cut my hair. And this was even when I was working. Because work would really wear me out. I'd go to work, come home. Unless I did volunteer stuff. But I don't know how to explain it. It's just socializing is like work in a weird way. And if you really, really understand the whole mental health thing, you would get it. I'm an introverted person. I always have been. So let's bring it back. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Anyway, I got my hair done. $85. Prior to that, I was talking about the stupid tariffs, the additional tariff video that I seen with Julie talking about her beautiful doll that she got and bonding with the doll. And I was like, oh my gosh, these tariffs. That's a different side story. Back to the story I was talking about bonding. I'll just bring that up. I'm on a ramble. I think I got to go put something in the oven. 1 second. Sorry, I just had to put in thin crust pizza and another little pizza in there for Silas and I. He's still sleeping. I'm hoping to entice him to get up when the pizza's done. That's my goal. So I've heard that language bonding, and this is nothing against Julie, and it's not against nobody. It's just I've heard that language used, and I seen someone talking about that on a Facebook group, and a couple comments relating to that. We use the language bonding in the Dolly community, which is perfectly fine, whatever language you want to use, right? And I don't use the language bonding. I guess I use the language like, it's just when I see the doll and with the doll, I love it. Like it reminds me of something, or I get the feels for it. It gives me the ooey gooeys, whatever, right? You can also use the language, I like the doll, I don't like the doll, right? Or, and so we all know what that's like. And sometimes when you have a doll around, you get closer to it. Sometimes at first it's not immediate. And then after a period of time, maybe you change it a few times, hold it a few times. You feel, oh, you know what? I kind of do like this doll. And sometimes the circumstance of getting the doll, if it was gifted, you feel different about the doll. If the time you got the doll, there were circumstances in your life going on that kind of, I don't know, want to say, it just reminds you of a bad time or a negative time or a sad time or whatever. And those things can affect how you feel about the doll. But they are objects, right? They're collectible objects. We collect them. There's all kinds of collectible things, but it's just a word. So some people use bond. Some people a lot of people use bond in this community. Some people, I really like the doll. I don't like the doll. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But it's true, and it's okay. It's okay if you don't connect with the doll, or the doll just doesn't give you that ooey gooey feeling, or you don't feel like, oh, I never want to give this doll up, right? And it doesn't matter what artist made the doll, or it doesn't matter the cost of the doll. It could be a high-end doll and you just don't get the ooey gooey feeling. There could be something about the sculpt, nothing about the actual paintwork. It could be something about the sculpt you don't like. There's all kinds of different reasons why people don't bond, like, feel, love. I don't know what language you want to use. You just like some collectible things more than others, right? And it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. We shouldn't feel guilty about it. We shouldn't feel bad. And we shouldn't feel like we have to explain why we are rehoming, selling, giving away, moving on with a doll. So I think I'm going to start doing that on my channel. You know what I mean? I'm going to start talking about things a little bit different. What I like about a doll, what I don't like about a doll. I'm moving this doll on because I got this doll at a bad time in my life. And every time I look at this doll, it reminds me of that time. It brings back the memory of that time. You know what I'm saying? We do love our dolls. They're dolls. I call them babies, and some people don't like that. Don't call them babies. They're dolls. Well, they are dolls. I know that. I'm not, I'm okay. I know they're babies. I know they're dolls. I know they're dolls. I know they're dolls. However, and sometimes I take them out, sometimes I don't, sometimes I change them. It's okay not to change it all for a long period of time. Why was it that for a little while I was feeling bad that I wasn't changing certain dolls on a regular basis? And I seen a video that Sina did, and the video spoke to her high-end dolls just recently, where she spoke, well, she never changed this doll. Maybe, was it close to a year, 8 months or something like that? And I was like, yes, someone admitted it. Someone said they didn't change this doll in a long time. It's okay. They can be shelf dolls, and she does talk about shelf dolls, right? And I have my cabinet dolls, right? And I have certain dolls that you interact with more than others. It could be you're bonded to them more. It could be you feel safer and you don't feel like you're going to damage them. So you hold them, change them, do whatever with them more. You take them out more for those reasons also. You change them more because, hey, you like the look of them. You like how you feel when you change them. They may remind me of your own kids, your own grandkids, or the kid down the street, or a kid you always dreamed of having, like me. Blue eyes and red curly hair. I don't have a red curly hair doll, but that's in the future. I want red curly hair. Find red curly hair. Anyway, I always dreamed when I was a teenager that I would have a doll. not a doll, a real baby, a kid with red curly hair. Not blonde, red curly hair, blue eyes. Oh, my kids, I hope my kids have curly red hair and blonde and blue eyes. You talk with your friends. Anywho, enough of that. Just wanted to jump on here, say hi, have yourselves a fantastic day. I got to go get the pizza and wake my son up. Hopefully he gets up because food usually entices him. We're going to watch, hopefully, a little bit of Trailer Park Boys, and then I am going to get to painting. Now, the thing is, I was doing an exchange painting with a friend. She paints it all for me. I paint it all for her. The whole kit and caboodle, silliness, unpredictable thing going on between Canada and the United States, I got to put a halt on it. It's really sad, but I do, because I can't pay a lot to get the doll. She's gifting it, but when I get it, I got to pay this money, and I just can't do it. I just can't do it. And I think Julie spoke about that too. I mean, you got to think about it, not only, especially if you're buying a doll, and then you're paying more. Oh my word. Anyway, I got to create a Facebook page where connect with more Canadians regarding dolls, doll exchanges, and doll purchasing. Until all this shenanigans and silliness and the leaders get their shit together and figure out what they're doing. Anyway, bye guys. Have a great Saturday. Have a great weekend.